Hi! Hi! Mommy and Noah are back with another cooking recipe, and tonight is mac and cheese night.
Cheese!
I made up this recipe because I really wanted a healthier version of mac and cheese that my kids would actually eat. So I took the best of the best I took the best of the best mac and cheese recipes, and I looked at also what vegan recipes were doing, and I kind of combined the concepts to make this recipe. Yeah! We're gonna make mac and cheese. So how we make this healthier is we cut down the cheese by adding some butternut squash, but we don't cut down on the taste. And things that I did last night before cooking the mac and cheese to really save time while we're cooking it today is I cooked the butternut squash and I cooked the pasta.
Pasta?
Yeah, and you have your own pot to stir.
Yeah.
So for the pasta, today we're using chickpea and lentil pasta. Whatever pasta you choose, just cook it according to the box directions. And I really like this because it really ups the fiber and the protein compared to what you would get in a wheat pasta or even a brown rice pasta, which 100% brown rice is another good gluten-free option if that's something you're interested in. But I really think this also ups the nutrition too. Gluten. Yeah. But if you choose an option where you're not getting as high a protein, maybe you might want to do like you want to open it?
Yeah.
Well, you can't eat this. This isn't cooked yet. But if you're choosing one that doesn't have as high a protein, you might want to think about doing like a protein smoothie as a side with the mac and cheese, just to make sure your kids are getting that protein they need to grow.
Ooh. Is it?
No, don't eat it. But you want to put some in your pot? Let's put some in your pot to stir. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I cooked the pasta last night, and when I drained it, I rinsed it with cold water to stop the cooking process, and then I mixed it with just a little bit of olive oil to make sure that the pasta wasn't going to stick together so you don't get that clump of pasta. Also last night I cooked my butternut squash here. I cooked this at 350 for an hour and a half, and what you do is you put it in... Oh, I see it. I put it in a glass baking dish with about a ½ inch to an inch of water. You cut the butternut squash in half and you put the flesh side down, and after it cooks, it's nice and soft. You can get the seeds out and really peel it really quickly. And before I cook this, I also pureed it just to make sure it's smooth. So what we started with here are the ingredients for our roux. And this roux is gluten-free because this whole mac and cheese is going to be gluten-free as well. So I have 4 tablespoons of ghee here. You can also use grass-fed butter. And we put that into the pan and melted it. So we're getting this 4 tablespoons of ghee melted in this pan on medium low. We mix that ghee with a 1/4 cup of arrowroot starch. You could also use tapioca flour. And then we whisked it up and we cooked it for 3 minutes just to get it nice and combined and thickened. This is gonna be what makes our sauce nice and thick and creamy. And so now we're gonna add our seasonings. So you are getting that pasta in so well. So we're just gonna combine the seasonings into the makings for our sauce here, and we're gonna whisk that in.
What's that?
Yeah.
Water.
And so now we're gonna get our milk. And And the milk that I used is full-fat coconut milk. I think this gives it a really nice flavor, really nice texture, and full-fat coconut milk offers some really healthy fats. So we're gonna whisk that in, and then we'll get our butternut squash in there. And I have about what would be equal to half of a small butternut squash. If you want to measure it out, it's going to be about 2 cups. So we'll just get that in there. And if you don't blend up your butternut squash before you put this into the pan, that's totally fine. You might just want to blend up your sauce after you get this all incorporated, just to make sure it's nice and smooth, because kids always care about taste and texture, and this is all about getting them to eat it. Yeah. No, don't eat that. Just put it in your pot. You're making your own mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And so now we have 2 cups of grass-fed cheese. For most kids, you're gonna wanna go the mild route, but we're using sharp cheddar today because I think that gives it a really good flavor. So we'll get that in here. And most of the classic mac and cheese recipes that you'll see, they call for 4 cups of cheese. So you're really cutting down on the amount of cheese in there. And you're upping the veggies. So, all good things. And it's gonna take the cheese just a little bit to melt. But once it does, it's gonna get nice and smooth and creamy.
Whoa. Ooh.
Ooh. And with mac and cheese, personally, I really like doing a mac and cheese night where you have a lot of toppings. Our family, we're bacon lovers, so we always do some pasture-raised bacon that we cook up and cut up. You can also do cauliflower, hot sauce, some chicken. Those are all good options to add protein and veggies. So you can see that we have a nice thick sauce in there. And we're just gonna slowly mix in our pasta. We have 3 cups of pasta here. And we will use a spoon. Just get it all covered. It's gonna be nice and gooey and creamy. All right. Let's spoon you up some mac and cheese.
Dad. Ooh.
And this will be our taste test bowl, or maybe Noah's bowl, so I'll definitely add some bacon. Here we go. I'm glad you like it. Well, I hope you guys try this recipe. We certainly love it, and it's a great option to give your kids a healthy favorite of theirs. Have a great day.